Um, you know, it's something different this early in the season to play an opponent twice in a row, back to back. We've certainly done it in the past. Big East, ACC, that type of scenario where you play a conference team, then you get in the conference tournament, play them again. Get in the NCAA, play them again, but this was something different. And I think it was a good experience for our team to step on the field against a Canisius team that, you know, wanted to come back and prove that they were a 10-7 team as opposed to a 21-13 team. So I thought they played us tough in the first half, but you know, our players made some adjustments and got the job done. Finished with a nice game. Good team effort all around.
Coach, how would you assess the second field line and the development as a player?
You know, I like what we have. I think, you know, I think we got work to do with everybody, right? We got to develop chemistry still, but they've been delivering on the offensive end, working hard on the D end, and you know, I think it only makes us deeper and stronger. And so far, I'm happy with the way they're progressing.
Is there something specific that you're looking for them to work on?
I think more than anything, just chemistry on the D end, on the offense. You know, just working together and really getting comfortable. You know, that first midfield line has, you know, 2-3 years experience playing together, and it certainly shows on the D end. They play tough D, they communicate well, and I think that, you know, we're just trying to get two solid lines that can be effective for full 60 minutes.
For Kelsey, why do you think you're so much more effective this week against Canisius than last week?
Well, I think last week, having two games, you know, I was a little bit more focused on Denver coming in. You know, that was our first game, so, you know, scouted them a little bit more. This week, started off with Canisius, so got a little bit more work with them, focused more on their scout and their shooters, so I think that helped a lot, and I think that our D talked a lot more this game, so we got a lot more communication and better pressured shots for me.
So how did that help you on free position specifically?
Just like I said, you know, I focused a lot more on their shooters, so I got to see their tendencies and, you know, watch some film and saw that pretty much all of their free positions were low. So coming into the game, I knew that was where they were going to shoot, where they were looking to shoot. So it was just a focus this week.
For Coach, I know it's in the first half, you know, talking on the sidelines to make sure there's 7 and a half. What were you talking about?
I just wanted to execute the offense that we had been practicing during the week and be a little bit more patient. I thought we rushed our opportunities a lot, and we had some turnovers and some shots that weren't necessarily high percentage, and just trying to coach them up.
And Coach, Tori Quinn scored 4 goals against you guys last week, but you held her off the score sheet until about 2 minutes left. What did you do differently against her defensively?
You know, I think our defense just sharpened up a little bit, and like Kelsey said, they had time to focus on Canisius, you know, without Denver being ahead of them in the same day. So, you know, it was, you know, you make adjustments, and we made some on the D end for her and a couple other players, and I thought we did a nice job of limiting their scoring opportunities.
And how did not having the doubleheader change what you did, like lineup-wise and stuff?
Well, you know, we tried to get everybody in again. We didn't quite get it done today, but we got a good 30-plus in, and you know, our plan was to play 2 separate teams and 2 separate games and get everybody a little bit more time. And unfortunately, that flight cancellation didn't allow Presbyterian to get here, so we did our best to get everybody some opportunity to play.
For Kelsey, on that goal that you got a piece of that popped up back behind you, what was going through your mind?
It was just unfortunate, you know. Like the first goal, I didn't even see hit off one of our defenders' sticks, and then later in the game, you know, it was just kind of, it's one of those things where you hate when it happens, but you know, it just, there's nothing you can really do about it. I wish I saw it sooner where it went, but you know, wish I got it back, but.
For Taylor or for Gabby, what is it like having like someone like a goalie play that well behind you defensively?
It just gives us a lot of confidence, I think, to know that she's got her back. And I mean, she's always communicating, telling us what to do, so it's good.
For Gabby, as the second midfield line, develops, just what are some of the things that you went through today that you think maybe could build off of going forward?
A couple things we can definitely pick up is communication when we're running our plays. We have a strong lineup, and I think there's a lot of potential for improvement and more communication.
Is it frustrating now? A couple of turnovers there. Is it frustrating? Going through kind of like those growing pains, or how are you kind of handling it?
Yeah, definitely it's frustrating. Anytime there's a turnover or a lack of communication, it's hard. However, we've been working really hard in practice together, so hopefully it'll show throughout the season.
And there was a sequence where I think you were running toward the goal and the ball got swatted away, and then just a couple plays later, a couple seconds later, you and Taylor Puplasky couldn't connect on a pass. So this what was like, and then right after that, I think Gabby scored a goal. So what's kind of like being on that sort of roller coaster ride, as you are getting more comfortable playing together.
And like you said, we're getting used to playing with each other and everything, so you can't really control that happens. And so I think we can just learn from those experiences. Me personally, I can. So yeah.
And for Coach, going forward, with UVA coming up, how important is it to kind of develop the depth on the team beyond playing well?
I think it's we have such a tough schedule that it's a fine balance between trying to get your top group enough experience to be ready for a team like Virginia, and yet knowing you're playing one of your unranked teams to try and get opportunities for the other kids to get into games. So it's a tough balance early in the season. That's why we tried to play 2 games and give everybody a little bit of both, and really prepare for teams like Virginia in our next 3 weeks of probably one of the toughest 3 weeks in college lacrosse coming up for us, and hopefully we've done a little bit of both, and we've got some added time for both sides of our team, and hopefully it pays off against Virginia and Boston College and UConn and Maryland and Florida, Harvard, the next 3 weeks.
When Canisius ran off 3 straight goals in the first half, how did you, what was going through your head in terms of confidence and things like that?
It was just, I think, we went out early on them, and I just think that we relaxed a bit, got a little bit complacent, and we called that timeout and put a run together on our own, and it's, we're still working on developing some mental toughness, and that means playing 60 minutes, not taking a team lightly. You may get up 5-6 goals, but it's easy for a team to do the same. And, we refocused, we came back, I thought we played well.
And for Kelsey, during that run, did you see anything differently in terms of the defense in front of you? Or
I just think, like Coach said, it was just like communication. We kind of got a little tripped up between our D and our middies, but I think this is a game of runs, so I think it was important that we got together, calmed down, and then refocused and got back into the game like we wanted to. So you can't really help runs sometimes, but I'm happy with the way we reacted to it.
Thank you guys.